What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Cummings here, chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. Thank you all for giving this interview a listening. I'm very excited to be joined with some talented musicians, collectively known as When Particles Collide. I have Chris and Sasha on the phone with me right now. How's it going?
Hello. It's awesome. Everything's good.
Doing wonderful.
And you guys and gals are in got a tour going on, and I appreciate y'all taking some free time in your hands for doing this interview with me. I appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you asking us.
So the first time I seen y'all perform was a couple of years ago. It was at the old Cosmic Charlie's,
Right.
and I don't remember who else performed that night, but I remember it for the most part because Chris was wearing a Sasha Banks t-shirt, and I was like, I need to talk to this dude. I need to talk to y'all, beyond the music. So y'all some wrestling fans. I like that. And I heard the music, and it sounded incredible. It sounds unique, totally different from so many bands that is out, and I'm glad that y'all was able to add Lexington to y'all tour from a while back. And y'all been at the Borough last year, and y'all was at the Borough a little over a month ago for a birthday party, nonetheless. And I was there. Them goddamn Bangs were there. Shout out to them, such incredible people.
The best.
So truly, truly awesome. So let's talk about y'all two first. How did y'all came together and form this amazing music known as When Particles Collide? How did it came to be?
Go ahead, Sasha.
I was just like, Chris, you want to take this one? Oh, come on. You tell it. It's good.
In 2010, Sasha and I were introduced through a local theater company. We were both cast to be in a show called Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and I was playing drums and she was playing guitar, and that's pretty much it. That's how we met. Shortly thereafter, my wife told me she wanted a divorce, so Sasha gave me a place to stay. Then we started a band within a few months.
And the rest
That's
is,
it?
and the rest is history. And so people like to categorize, how people sound musically, things like that. If you can, if possible, how would you best describe the music that is When Particles Collide? How would you describe how y'all sound per se?
I guess sometimes I say, like, imagine the last 5 songs played on a classic rock station and put them in a blender and then take them out, but make sure they're only played like 2 people. And I guess that's one way to do it. Another way would be to say that it's what happens when a jazz and musical theater trained drummer and vocalist meets a self-taught, like, 1990s punk rocker, and they try to make pretty music together. I don't know. Chris, do you want to add anything?
I think you nailed it on the last one.
Okay.
I like the description. I like it, and and I've seen y'all perform twice now, and I listen to all types of music at this point of my life. I'll listen to just about anything. If my head is nodding and I'm enjoying the songs, I'm gonna rock with you. And from the moment I seen y'all perform at Cosmic Charlie's a couple of years, I'm like, okay, these two got something going. And usually for a band you got 3, 4, 5 people, but it's just the 2 of y'all, and y'all make it work. Y'all make it work. And shout out to y'all for what y'all bring to the table musically. It's totally awesome. So here we are in 2018. Fast forward to now. Y'all been touring for most of 2018. how and y'all was at Canada just last week. How has the tour been? How would you describe the tour thus far?
Well, I'll start, and then Chris, you can add in. We've been pretty much nonstop touring since June of 2017. We go to see our parents like 4 times in a 12-month period. So we're in month 14 right now, and we do everything ourselves. I shouldn't say ourselves. We do everything with the help of people that we meet, and kind and generous folks. But we're not on a label, and we don't have a booking agent, anything like that. So it's all independent, and so sometimes it's definitely a real challenge to make sure that things keep going. You can't really rest because you always have to be booking the next shows and trying to let people know that you're in town and make sure you're promoting the best you can. And but I have to say it's been incredibly rewarding. It's a real treat to meet new people every week, meet new bands, hear live music almost every night of the week. I love seeing different parts of the U.S. and Canada, as you mentioned, just, realizing that in the world of social media and in the world of constant news, it's real easy to get angry or feel isolated or feel like everybody's doing cool things that you're not, or to feel like people are mean to each other, whatever. But when you're out there in the real world and you go to a new town and people are welcoming and they're kind, and, it's a real treat. And I feel very humbled by the experience, and I feel very appreciative that we're able to do what we do every day. So I guess, mostly it's a lot of hard work, and I really love it. And I am very, very, I already said appreciative. How many times can I say that? I know, Chris, but I really, really am. I'm very grateful. Chris, why don't you, if you got something to add?
It's fun. It's true. I mean, you've said everything else, but way smarter than I'm going to say it. But, we get to do what we love to do. I mean, there's long drives some days, and, there's a bad show here or there. It could be gear related. It could be, weather related. It could be food related. It could be many things, but there's way more good days than bad days, and everyone has a bad day at work. So, why shouldn't I have one, or why shouldn't we have one every once in a while? But for the most part, we get to have way more fun than anybody else does. Our job just starts a lot later.
That's some facts right there. Those some facts. I can't argue that. So, and at the end of the day, people have jobs and they just feel miserable about it. But bad times, bad days, it comes with the territory. It's life.
Yeah.
But when y'all able,
absolutely.
But at the end of the day, y'all doing what y'all love. Sometimes going through the struggles is worth it.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's absolutely worth it. And, sometimes you just have to remember, if you make art, if you're an artist, and I'm sure you have a lot of artists and performers who listen to you, it is a gift and a joy when you share your art and just one person appreciates what you made or what you had to say. And then it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it, because you made that person's day better by, helping to express something that maybe helped them brighten their day a little bit, or help them through something. And, that's really the name of the game. And it's a real privilege. And then, like Chris said, it's also really fun. It doesn't hurt that playing electric guitar and singing is wicked fun.
True, absolutely true. So I hear you two got some new music in the works, like a new album in the way, something like that.
We do, Chris.
True.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, we have a brand new album coming out in September. It's a 6-song EP. I had to think about it for a second. Called Fade to Gold.
Okay.
and it's ready to go. It's all at home. As soon as we get back to Maine for a couple of weeks, we have to do some work for the album, and I think we have a big show at the end of September in Boston to officially release the album and start sending it out and playing more of those songs while we're out there on the road, and then start writing another one.
So,
No rest for the weary.
No rest. I'm just kidding. I took a nap right before we spoke.
Hey, well, with all the shows y'all doing, any form of rest helps. So I truly understand. So I'm looking forward to the new album. It's going to be an incredible record, and it's definitely going to be must hear. So everyone, go check that out. The website is whenparticlescollide.com for all the details, for all the shows. So this interview is being recorded on the 27th of August. And y'all hit back on, let's see, on the 30th. Y'all going to be at Vermont. Y'all going to be in Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Y'all going to be mostly in the east side of the United States for the next couple of weeks or so. So y'all can just check out whenparticlescollide.com for all the tour dates. They're gonna be They're gonna be on the East Coast. They're gonna be on the West Coast, and so y'all gonna be everywhere. So
we're gonna be everywhere. We'll be in Lexington in February, probably. We always will make sure to stop in Lexington. It's one of our favorite towns.
Yes. So thank you for keep coming back to Lexington. We got a pretty good music scene out here, and me being an advocate for independent music, local music, I like to see who else is out there and who actually visits us. Because when you think of Lexington, you think of Kentucky all together. You think of bourbon, horses, and college basketball. And I can assure you that we are more than that. We got a pretty badass music scene out here, and the fact that talented musicians like y'all keep coming back, that says something. So us Lexingtonians, we appreciate y'all. We always gonna show y'all love, and
thank you.
That's pretty awesome. So I want to talk some wrestling because I see the wrestling inspired merchandise, the T-shirts, Legion of Doom. I saw one that had y'all two look like the World Warriors. That looked pretty awesome. Now, obviously, music and wrestling kind of go hand in hand as far as performance aspect to it. But what made y'all appeal to wrestling? Is it the storytelling? Is it the characters? Is it anything that just made y'all like, I love what I see from the men and women out there?
Yeah, I mean, I started watching wrestling when I was just a little kid. And mostly it was just because my mom told me I couldn't watch it, so I did watch it. And I was just always awestruck by like the larger than life character that these men and women portrayed on screen, and like the amazing things that they were doing in the ring. And, like, I knew that they weren't really, hitting each other and like real fighting, but I knew like what they were doing was, acrobatic and, super physical. I got that part. And I think I just needed something that was like a story that, was just fun to follow along with. And, every week it kind of developed or went away, and then something else started, and all these characters were always there. And then I continued to watch it up through like my teenage years, took a little break and got back to it like in the, I don't know, like 2012 or something like that, and started watching it again. And for the same thing, I just wanted some entertainment that wasn't gonna like be horrible. I mean, sometimes the acting's not the best, but the physicality was still mind blowing, and the spectacle that it is, the show that they have to put on day in and day out. It made me, I drew like a parallel between what they were doing and what we do night in and night out. Maybe not, we're not the WWE. I mean, we're more like a much smaller
The
independent.
WPC?
Yeah, we're the WPC. Hello. But, we're much more like the small indie wrestlers that are, in like Dayton, Ohio. But that's cool too. Everyone's doing it. We're all having fun. Yeah. And then so I said to Sasha one time, I was like, we should make a wrestling shirt. And she laughed at me and then said, okay, let's do it. And it turned out to be one of our most popular shirts because there's a lot of wrestling fans out there. And some of them don't always tell you they're wrestling fans, but there are a lot of them out there. And it just became part of our little market, something for someone to be able to come up and talk to me because they realize I'm wearing a Sasha Banks shirt or a Kevin Owens shirt or a Dolph Ziggler shirt. I mean, it happens all the time. I love it. What can I say? It makes me happy.
And I do think, just to piggyback a little bit on what Chris was saying, it's been amazing to me as someone who was not a fan as a kid to see how many people are wrestling fans. And like Chris said, you can never predict. There's not a stereotype of a wrestling fan. I mean, I'm sure there is out there, but in terms of the people that we meet, there's no old, young, male, female, like whatever demographic you can slap on somebody, from the South, from the North, from a poor town, from a rich town. It doesn't matter. Like really the variety in wrestling fans is really something else. And it is a great icebreaker, when you're meeting people all the time and talking. So, yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Very true. I've been watching wrestling since the early 90s, pre-Attitude Era. Right around the time that Monday Night Raw got started. I was just flipping channels, and then I guess I must have saw, I don't know who wrestler I saw at the time. Maybe it was Shawn Michaels, maybe it's Bret or Undertaker. It's one of the two. I don't know. But
yeah,
it was, it got my attention, and I become, what's the term, emotionally invested into it. And I've been watching ever since, through the good and the bad. So, and it's and people like look at me funny, like wrestling. It's my soap opera. You know what I'm saying? And and I sometimes I had to be a little sarcastic and just tell, the TV shows that you watch, the movies that you watch, and probably the same one that I watch. Like, it's scripted too. They don't hit each other. These athletes literally put their bodies on the line so they can perform for us. Let us promote. What's that saying? Promote what you love, not bash what you hate.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So
and I would say of the two of us, I mean, Chris is definitely the fan, and I'm more of like, I appreciate, but I can only watch like an hour, and then I got to do something else. But there's respect owed. I mean, a lot of performers, whether it's musicians or, athletic performers in sports entertainment or just, athletes in general, you are putting your body on the line every day, like Chris said, and, like you said, Kenny, and like it just, all to tell a story, all for storytelling. I mean, we're all storytellers, no matter what. That's primarily what we do. We just do it in a different way, but it's very physical, and it's very draining, and we might not make music that's for everybody, but you would hope that people would at least, like respect the effort. And the same thing with wrestling. Like, I can't watch it every day, but I respect it and I appreciate what people do, because it's definitely not easy. Holy moly, what they can do is pretty impressive.
Any performer out there, whether you're a music artist or a wrestler, that goes out there and perform in front of an audience, I'm always gonna get kudos. Now there'll be some wrestlers I despise their characters. I despise what they what they say about fans per se. I'm just going along with it, being sarcastic. but at the end of the day, they performers, and I respect what they do. Musically, that's different. Like, I listen to songs, and I just love it. You know, I'm not going to be the boo guy. I'm not going to be that guy.
Good.
I'll let somebody else
You
do.
don't.
So it's just,
Yeah.
I love it. When particlescollide.com, the website, new album on the way. Go check them out. And I'm so appreciate that to have y'all to do this interview with me. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the new album. I'm a Spotify addict, so I'm a hear it once it drops. And then the next time y'all come back to Lexington, whether it's February or early or down the road, I'll definitely buy a copy. And I'm definitely going to get one of those shirts. But it was great chatting with you both. Thank you for your time. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your tour and safe travels, pretty much.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you so much, Kenny. Thanks. We appreciate you so much.
And that's going to conclude the interview. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Chilling with Jeffrey Kennedy on Saturdays at 8 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on TMVCafe.com in the TuneIn app. Search TMV Cafe for Chris and Sasha. Not Banks, but Sasha from When Particles Collide. I'm Kay Cummings. We're signing off. You all take care.